Your local State Farm agent in Belmont, North Carolina is Chandler Hahn. Chandler knows insurance, and his staff is able and willing to provide you a free quote that will offer you competitive rates as well as peace of mind. Chandler Hahn is genuinely interested in helping life go right. Give him a call at 704-829-3112. That's 704-829-3112. Chandler Hahn, State Farm Insurance, a proud supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball. The number again, 704-829-3112. Cabinets Unlimited has been a faithful supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball for years. A commitment to quality has been a passionate pursuit for every customer, every day. Don't settle for manufacture. Trust the craftsmen of Cabinets Unlimited to make your home look like a winner. Call 704-825-9694 for your estimate today. Again, the number, 704-825-9694. Trust your cabinets to Cabinets Unlimited. And go Braves! Gaston Auto Glass has proudly served this area for 3 decades, providing superior service with NGA-certified technicians. With 2 locations, Gaston Auto Glass is ready to serve you. Call 704-824-9997 or log on to GastonAutoGlassInc.com. That's 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass, a proud supporter of your Gaston Braves. 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass. McLean Funeral Directors in Belmont are proud to partner with the Gaston Braves. The good people at McLean Funeral Directors provide personalized, professional, and compassionate services to help lighten your burden and support you through the difficult times that follow the loss of a loved one. McLean Funeral Directors, 515 North Central Avenue in Belmont. The number, 704-825-5301. That's 704-825-5301. Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball on YouTube is a production of the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network and proudly brought to you by American Legion Post 144 and 266. McLean Funeral Directors in Belmont. Chandler Hahn, State Farm Insurance. Gaston Auto Glass. And Cabinets Unlimited. Let's take it down to the field. It's time for Gaston Braves Baseball on the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. And good evening. We welcome you to Keeter Stadium here in Shelby, North Carolina, home to Shelby Post 82, as well as the home to the American Legion World Series. Brian Rushing here with you this evening. So glad that you could join us on the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network for Game 1 of this second-round matchup between the 1 seed out of the East Division taking on the 5 seed out of the East Division. As a matchup between Shelby, who won both regular season matchups against the Gaston Braves. The Gaston Braves took on the Shelby Post 82 team on opening day. That game played at Abbey Yard. It was a contest to where Shelby pretty much dominated from start to finish as they were very, very solid on that opening night performance, winning 5-2. A ball game that took a different turn of events here at Keeter Stadium. On June the 16th, it was a circumstance to where the Braves fell behind early, but they were able to claw back into the contest with some scoring in the middle innings. They also put together a good effort on the mound out of their bullpen staff, and from that, they took it to extra innings to where ultimately Shelby would win 6-5 in the bottom of the 9th inning, a game that did go extras. So the Gaston Braves, winless against this Post 82 club, would love to get to some winning ways against Shelby tonight as they'll have Ethan Shell on the mound taking on this evening Dalton Putnam, as it'll be a matchup. Ethan Shell got the start here in Shelby. Putnam got the start on opening day against the Bravos over at Abbey Yard. These two will face off against each other tonight as it's a matchup of aces here on Game 1 on the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. When we come back on the other side of this timeout, we could be very close to the start of action. I'll try to get the lineups to you as quick as we possibly can as we're ready for baseball on the Belmont Abbey, on the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. Your local State Farm agent in Belmont, North Carolina is Chandler Hahn. Chandler knows insurance, and his staff is able and willing to provide you a free quote that will offer you competitive rates as well as peace of mind. Chandler Hahn is genuinely interested in helping life go right. Give him a call at 704-829-3112. That's 704-829-3112. Chandler Hahn, State Farm Insurance, a proud supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball. The number again, 704-829-3112. Cabinets Unlimited has been a faithful supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball for years. A commitment to quality has been a passionate pursuit for every customer every day. Don't settle for manufacture. Trust the craftsmen of Cabinets Unlimited to make your home look like a winner. Call 704-825-9694 for your estimate today. Again, the number, 704-825-9694. Trust your cabinets to Cabinets Unlimited. And go Braves! Gaston Auto Glass has proudly served this area for 3 decades, providing superior service with NGA-certified technicians. With 2 locations, Gaston Auto Glass is ready to serve you. Call 704-824-9997 or log on to GastonAutoGlassInc.com. That's 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass, a proud supporter of your Gaston Braves. 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass. McLean Funeral Directors in Belmont are proud to partner with the Gaston Braves. The good people at McLean Funeral Directors provide personalized, professional, and compassionate services to help lighten your burden and support you through the difficult times that follow the loss of a loved one. McLean Funeral Directors, 515 North Central Avenue in Belmont. The number, 704-825-5301. That's 704-825-5301. Back here at Keeter Stadium, Voice of Carolina's Broadcast Network, Game 1 of this second-round series between the Gaston Braves as they take on Shelby post 82. Let's go ahead and get right into the starting lineups this evening as Shelby will be making their way out to the field, as it looks like this game's going to get started a few minutes early. I don't necessarily know why, but it really doesn't matter, as we'll have baseball action coming up here in just a matter of moments. For the Gaston Braves this evening, Wesley Hall will lead off, the shortstop, coming in with a .319 average. He'll be followed by Jordan Lath, the second baseman this evening. Dosey Jonas will bat third over at first base. Middle third of the order for the G-Braves, Grant Tilley will be over in left field this evening. Scotty Lee will be at the hot corner batting fifth this evening. Batting sixth will be the catcher, Luke Bumgardner. Bumgardner coming in with a .289 average on the year. Ethan Shell, the starting pitcher, will bat seventh this evening, followed by Ben Bowman in center field batting eighth, and then Jason Maggs will bring up the backside of the order with a .325 average playing in right field. And Jason Maggs is going to be one of the guys to watch. Of course, Dosey Jonas had a phenomenal series against Hickory in that 3-1 series win. It's very well documented just how solid Dosey Jonas was. As Dosey Jonas had so many hits in that series, he became basically the fifth Jonas brother beside Nick, Joe, Kevin, and Frankie. He put together a phenomenal series. But Jason Maggs did some things for this ball club at the bottom of the order, getting it back to the top of the order. And if he's able to do that against this post-82 club, it could spell a lot of benefit for the Gaston Braves. So we talked about Ethan Shell getting the start on the mound. This will be his opposition tonight, as it'll be Dalton Putnam. As Dalton Putnam, who got the start on opening day, it was a complete game win to where he got one earned run put on the board against him. He walked a batter, struck out 5, and scattered 8 hits. The first pitch to Wesley Hall, a fastball, bounded over to third. The play made by Ledbetter, the throw across the infield, 1 pitch and 1 out, and we're underway. 89 degrees, the first pitch temperature. 6:56 is where we started this evening. Again, I'm not really sure why. There's a radio group over on the other side of me, and I would imagine they're probably going through fits right now as they've got commercial advertising that they try to time directly to 7 o'clock. As the pitch to Putnam, or from Putnam to Lath, in the hole. The stop made in the hole by Cheek. The throw across, not in time. Jordan Lath will have himself an infield single to get things going for the Gaston Braves. And that will bring up Dosey Jonas. Jonas coming in, his average had been into the 400s, the high 400s for most of the year. However, you put a 4-hit night together on Tuesday to clinch the series against Hickory. His average goes to 5-16 on the year with 3 bombs and 21 driven in as that curveball taken for a strike from Dalton Putnam. We'll get to the defensive alignment here after this 0-1 pitch. Lath takes the lead over at first. Here's the delivery from Putnam. Fastball catches the outer third, and the 2-strike count quickly on Jonas. Stites in left, Ferguson in center, McNeely in right for Shelby post 82. We'll get more familiar with them in the bottom half of the inning as Jonas rips it quickly out to short, fielded by Cheek. The flip over to Plummer, the throw over, not in time as Jonas beats the wrap at first, and there's 2 down in the inning. So a 6-4 fielder's choice for Jonas as he reaches base with 2 down. That'll bring up Grant Tilley. Tilley had a fantastic start to the series as he put together a very solid effort, a 3-hit performance in Game 1 against Hickory on Saturday night. That was also backed up by Ethan Shell throwing a gem of a ball game. As that ball ripped quickly out to shortstop, it'll be fielded there by Cheek. They'll go the short route, and just like that, the Braves are by the boards in the top of the first inning. They leave a runner on. We've played a half inning from Keeter Stadium as Post 82 comes to bat on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. We'll be right back. Cabinets Unlimited has been a faithful supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball for years. A commitment to quality has been a passionate pursuit for every customer every day. Don't settle for manufacture. Trust the craftsmen of Cabinets Unlimited to make your home look like a winner. Call 704-825-9694 for your estimate today. Again, the number, 704-825-9694. Trust your cabinets to Cabinets Unlimited. And go Braves! Your local State Farm agent in Belmont, North Carolina is Chandler Hahn. Chandler knows insurance, and his staff is able and willing to provide you a free quote that will offer you competitive rates as well as peace of mind. Chandler Hahn is genuinely interested in helping life go right. Give him a call at 704-829-3112. That's 704-829-3112. Chandler Hahn, State Farm Insurance, a proud supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball. The number again, 704-829-3112. Back here at Keeter Stadium in Shelby, North Carolina, this will be the lineup. Mike Grayson rolls out for Shelby post 82 this evening. Riley Cheek, the shortstop, will lead off. He'll be followed by Colby Ferguson in center field. Logan McNeely will bat third and play right. Luke Sissom will bat cleanup at the first base position. Ben Ledbetter will be batting fifth, playing at third. Dalton Putnam will bat sixth from the mound this evening. Bailey Proctor, the catcher, will bat seventh. Caleb Plummer over at second will be in the eighth spot in the order. And Will Stites will bat ninth over in left field. So recapping that lineup, it'll be Cheek, Ferguson, McNeely, Sissom, Ledbetter, Putnam, Proctor, Plummer, and Stites. Against Ethan Shell. Ethan Shell coming in with a record of 2-1 on the season, making his 7th start of the year. 30 innings pitched. He's given up 37 hits, 30 runs, 18 of them earned. He's walked 26, struck out 22. Now those numbers in totality would seem alarming. However, he has definitely saved his best for last later into this year. He's put together some phenomenal efforts. Not to be forgotten was that opening round win where the Gaston Braves defeated Hickory 8-0. He threw 5 2/3 in that ball game as he gave up just one hit. Cameron Hilton gave up just one hit in the remaining 4 outs of the ball game that was recorded, and that fastball sails high to Riley Cheek. Cheek did not play in either of the contests that these two clubs faced off against one another. Shell, the 1-0 fastball. It's going to be fouled straight back into the screen to even the count at 1-1. We'll get to talking more about this ballpark here at Keeter Stadium, the home of the American Legion World Series, some of its dimensions, things of that nature. Talk about some of the history of this baseball town. Shell throws that changeup down low. We'll talk a little bit about the Shelby Club, who put together a very solid regular season, sweeping Taylorsville in the first round of the playoffs. They got an extra day to rest prior to this series start this evening. We'll see if it has a benefit or a detriment to it. That fastball taken down. The count now 3-1. Ethan Shell has not been devoid of any trouble in the first inning, as he had to work out of some trouble in that first inning on Saturday. However, So that fastball misses outside. And Riley Cheek walks to lead off for post 82. But from that first inning, when he works out of the trouble, he's able to usually settle down quite nicely. And that's exactly what he did in that 5 2/3 innings effort. And it wasn't, had it not been for pitch counts, probably would have continued on in that ball game. As Shell throws over to first. Defensively this evening, Grant Tilley over in left, Ben Bowman in center, Jason Maggs over in right this evening. Shell has the sign, comes to the belt. The changeup is bunted out to the left field side, or the left side, and that's going to be a bunt single. As Bumgardner and Shell, that ball was bunted out basically equidistant from the mound to the third base line. Bumgardner and Shell got their signals mixed. And Colby Ferguson has himself a bunt hit. And with runners at first and second, that'll bring up Logan McNeely. Logan McNeely coming into this contest, 2 previous games against this club, 1 for 6 with a run scored. But you take a look at this young man, certainly in the 3rd spot in the order. This is a guy who has, by and large, put together a lot of production on the season. And I would imagine that Mike Grayson's going to depend on him heavily in this round 2 series against the Gaston Braves. Dosey Jonas, Scotty Lee on the corners, anticipating a bunt play. And with the 3rd batter in the order, I don't know if I would allow his first time to the plate to be wasted on a bunt scenario. I think I'd try to give him every opportunity to get things rolling early for this post-82 club. That ball lifted into center field. Bowman's going to drift over toward right center. He'll continue to drift. He'll make the catch. Riley Cheek will tag up and get to third, but there is one down in the inning. And that'll bring up Luke Schism. Schism so far in the 2 games that these 2 clubs have faced off against one another, 3 for 5 in those 2 games with a run driven in. The left-handed batter getting the start over at first this evening. Defensively in the infield for the Gaston Braves, Scotty Lee over at third, Wesley Hall at short, Jordan Lath at second, Dosey Jonas at first, Bumgardner dropping the signs behind home plate. So runners at first and third. One down here in the bottom of the first inning, a scoreless ball game at this moment. Shell, fastball, taken down, covered by Bumgardner. This Keeter Stadium ballpark, a unique ballpark, intriguing dimensions as far as the field itself is concerned. This is a very fair college ballpark, so you could imagine for the Legionnaires a little different. As that ball rolled out to second, Lath goes to Hall. Hall the relay over to first in time. The double play eliminates the threat. We'll go to the second inning scoreless on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. We'll be right back. Your local State Farm agent in Belmont, North Carolina is Chandler Hahn. Chandler knows insurance, and his staff is able and willing to provide you a free quote that will offer you competitive rates as well as peace of mind. Chandler Hahn is genuinely interested in helping life go right. Give him a call at 704-829-3112. That's 704-829-3112. Chandler Hahn, State Farm Insurance, a proud supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball. The number again, 704-829-3112. McLean Funeral Directors in Belmont are proud to partner with the Gaston Braves. The good people at McLean Funeral Directors provide personalized, professional, and compassionate services to help lighten your burden and support you through the difficult times that follow the loss of a loved one. McLean Funeral Directors, 515 North Central Avenue in Belmont. The number, 704-825-5301. That's 704-825-5301. Second inning here in Shelby as the Gaston Braves turn away post 82 with a hard-hit ground ball to second, but Lath was able to flip it over to Hall. Hall's relay over to Jonas in time, and the Braves get the 4-6-3 double play, something they were quite accustomed to, especially in that Game 4, as it wasn't just the number of double plays they turned, but the timing in which they were able to do it. Had it in some very critical moments, and it made the difference in that win, 8-4. Against Hickory. As Scotty Lee will lead things off here in inning number 2 against Dalton Putnam. Putnam had a much easier time of it in that first inning as that curveball taken for a strike. Scotty Lee coming into the contest, a .282 hitter, no homers, 3 RBI. That fastball misses outside. Lee in the series against Hickory was 0 for 3 in the contest, but don't be misled. His ability to steal the bases made a big difference for this club, as he is a bona fide stolen base threat for the Braves ball club. Fastball misses outside, 2-1. Lee pops that one up into foul ground on the 2-1 pitch. Sism seems to have it measured. He'll reach up and make the catch. And there's one down here in the second. Folks, don't forget there's a number of ways that you can reach out to me this evening and interact with me throughout the course of the broadcast, as it's apparent that more and more of you are tuning in to the action night in and night out here on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. If you have found us for the first time, thank you. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and please tell a friend about us. Luke Bumgarner takes the fastball high. You can reach out to me on Twitter, as you can see there on your screen, at VC Media Group, as Bumgarner swings and misses through that sinking fastball. You can also reach out to me by way of email, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. The 1-1, that ball curved into the mitt of Bailey Proctor, and it's quickly 1-2. Cloud cover overtaking the ballpark in the vicinity. No sunshine at this point, which there was a possibility of some pop-up storms as Bumgarner rolls that one down the third base line. It'll be picked up in foul ground by the third baseman, Ledbetter. And we'll do the 1-2 all over again. So don't forget, folks, throughout the course of the broadcast tonight, VC Media Group on Twitter or brianrushingradio@gmail.com. It's Bumgarner now back in the box. We'll await the 1-2 from Putnam. Here's the pitch. Fastball fouled straight back. You look at this ballpark, a lot of foul ground directly behind home plate. It looks very similar to what you would have seen at Sims Legion Park, for those of you that are familiar there. Much more foul ground behind the plate than at Abbey Yard. As that curveball misses inside, the count goes to 2-2. And very similar to Abbey Yard, when you get from the dugout to the baseline, it's about the same amount of distance. So that curveball fouled back by Bumgarner. He'll do it again at 2-2. Once you get past the dirt cutout in the infield and you look beyond in foul ground at the fencing, the bullpens are both out of play here. They're fenced in. So what happens is you have a severe concave angle that goes toward the field of play. As that pitch cut on and missed by Bumgarner, there's 2 down in the inning. First strikeout for Putnam. And that'll bring up Ethan Shell with 2 down in the inning. So it concaves about 50 to 60 feet from the front side of the bullpen all the way down to the corner, where there's really only about 10, 15 feet of foul ground once you get past that concave area. Putnam, slider taken for a strike. 330 down each line here at the ballpark. 365 in each gap. 400 in dead center. A perfectly symmetrical outfield with about a 10-foot high wall, 2 tiered panels of advertising. But all you got to do is clear the front tier, and it's a home run. And that's hard to do in this ballpark. This is not the most hitter-friendly place. So that ball fouled back. Ethan Shell falls behind 0-2. 2 down here in the top of the second, scoreless. So glad that you could join us this evening. So Shell, the right-handed batter, without the batting glove, steps in the box and waits on the 0-2. That pitch, slider, misses just outside. Count goes to 1-2. Beautiful grass, natural surface here at Keeter Stadium, which when you're going to hold a national event like the American Legion World Series, you're going to have nice grass. As that ball grounded over to Plummer. Plummer will throw it over to Sism in time. We've played an inning and a half here at Keeter Stadium, scoreless on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. We'll be right back. Your local State Farm agent in Belmont, North Carolina is Chandler Hahn. Chandler knows insurance, and his staff is able and willing to provide you a free quote that will offer you competitive rates as well as peace of mind. Chandler Hahn is genuinely interested in helping life go right. Give him a call at 704-829-3112. That's 704-829-3112. Chandler Hahn, State Farm Insurance, a proud supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball. The number again, 704-829-3112. Gaston Auto Glass has proudly served this area for 3 decades, providing superior service with NGA-certified technicians. With 2 locations, Gaston Auto Glass is ready to serve you. Call 704-824-9997 or log on to GastonAutoGlassInc.com. That's 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass, a proud supporter of your Gaston Braves. 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass. Bottom of the second inning here in Shelby as Post 82 will have their 5, 6, and 7 spots in the order. Ben Ledbetter, Dalton Putnam, and Bailey Proctor to lead off here in the second inning. Both clubs have 1 hit apiece. As Post 82, a sweep winner in 3 games over Taylorsville. The Gaston Braves, it took a little harder, a little longer for them to get through it. They did get the day off yesterday, and I could imagine that these guys probably took every advantage to just get off their feet, as this has been an incredible stretch of ball games. As you take a look at once this club got back from the other side of their graduation break, they came back playing a game here on the 16th of June, and since that point, they've played a bevy of ball games leading up to the start of the playoffs, and where you thought initially that you were going to have 3 or 4 days to sort of recover before the playoffs, no such fortune, as the Gaston Braves were playing games all the way up to July 5th, preparing for a July 7th contest against Hickory on the road. But they got the series win over Hickory, winning one of the 2 road games and winning both home games. As Ledbetter, 3 for 7 in the series of these 2 clubs, rolls one quickly out to third base, fielded by Lee. The throw in time to Jonas. 1 pitch, 1 down here in the bottom of the second inning. A thick, lush grass in the infield really slows down the ball. If you're an infielder, you've got to make sure that you're really patient fielding the baseball here, because it seems like that the ball will take forever on you. And it wouldn't hurt to charge it a couple steps, as once it gets rolling on this grass, really slows down considerably. Shell, curveball, rolled foul to the right side. Folks, join the Belmont Abbey Athletics Department at Kramer Mountain on August the 3rd for the Hampton Inn by Hilton Abbey Golf Classic. It's a super day of golf, great food, and prizes galore waiting for you on the first day of August. For information, 704-461-6235. As that curveball rolled quickly out to Jonas. Jonas will have it by himself. He'll touch the bag, and there's quickly 2 down. Again, I'll give you that number for the the Hampton Inn by Hilton Abbey Golf Classic at 704-461-6235, as we look forward to seeing you on August 3rd for the Hampton Inn by Hilton Abbey Golf Classic, as Bailey Proctor will step to the plate with 2 down in the bottom of the second inning. Shell wheels and fires. Change up. Proctor bounds it down the third base line. Lee's got to move quickly and gets him by an eyelash. A good defensive play there from Scotty Lee, as Post 82 goes down in order. We'll go to the 3rd on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. McLean Funeral Directors in Belmont are proud to partner with the Gaston Braves. The good people at McLean Funeral Directors provide personalized, professional, and compassionate services to help lighten your burden and support you through the difficult times that follow the loss of a loved one. McLean Funeral Directors, 515 North Central Avenue in Belmont. The number, 704-825-5301. That's 704-825-5301. Cabinets Unlimited has been a faithful supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball for years. A commitment to quality has been a passionate pursuit for every customer, every day. Don't settle for manufacture. Trust the craftsmen of Cabinets Unlimited to make your home look like a winner. Call 704-825-9694 for your estimate today. Again, the number, 704-825-9694. Trust your cabinets to Cabinets Unlimited. And go Braves! And we go to the third inning here at Keeter Stadium. It's the Gaston Braves scoreless with post 82. They'll have Ben Bowman, Jason Maggs, and then back to the top of the order with Wesley Hall. 8-9-1 for the Gaston Braves in this matchup of two clubs. I mean, Shelby was the prohibitive favorite to win their matchup against Taylorsville, and they certainly did that. You can always tell that when the Gaston Braves and Hickory get together, anything can go. And fortunately for the Gaston Braves, this time around it was a little more predictable as they showed themselves to be the better team, if nothing else, on the offensive side. As they were able to get a lot of clutch hits, and they were really able to spoil a lot of the offensive effort for Hickory through the balance of that four-game series, which is how they get to this place here. I think there's a ton of importance on this game. If you're Mark King and the staff with the Gaston Braves, you're thinking this is about as close to a must-win that you can get out of Game 1. If you can somehow steal this win in Shelby, it really sets the whole order for the weekend going in toward the back end of the series to where you feel like getting a Game 1 win puts you in a great spot to pull off what, in most pundits would say, an upset here in the Area 4 Legion playoffs. As Bowman will shoot that one to the right side out of play. The 0-1 pitch, curveball, fouled back to the screen quickly, 0-2. Putnam on that opening day, May 24th, was very, very good against this Gaston Braves club. That curveball misses outside, the count 1-2. And subsequently after that start, the Braves really did seem to find themselves in a bit of a funk starting the year, both offensively and pitching. This club, folks knew that they were going to be able to hit the baseball a little bit. I think pitching was the question. Well, they've started to see everything kind of come together late in this regular season and into the playoffs. The 2-2 pitch, that ball shot back up the middle, and it's going to be a leadoff single for Ben Bowman. Ben Bowman came into the contest a .333 hitter, and he leads off the third inning with a knock. And that'll bring up Jason Maggs. We talked about Maggs in the pregame show, the very abbreviated pregame show, as we started the game a good 5 minutes early. But Jason Maggs comes into this contest a .325 hitter overall. Maggs is 1 for 1 in the two matchups against post 82, but it's what he started to do late in the regular season once they've had a chance to play with regularity, and once he's got consistent at-bats, he's shown his ability to hit the baseball. He had a really good series against Hickory. And now with an opportunity here, a leadoff runner in front of him in Ben Bowman, and an opportunity to flip the order over to Wesley Hall. Ledbetter over at third for Shelby is convinced that there's going to be a bunt play on here. So Maggs steps back in the box, squares the bunt, pushes it to the right side. That throw is going to be in time, and Maggs not going to be able to get it down close enough to the foul line on the first base side. Reaches on the fielder's choice as it'll go 1-6 to retire Bowman for the first out of the inning. That will take us back to the top of the order for Wesley Hall. Hall did not have an incredibly strong series against Hickory. He did have an RBI knock in Game 2 that was critical for this club in the 5-4 win against Hickory. But by and large did not put monster stats up, as he had a phenomenal regular season. The Braves would be well served to get Hall swinging the bat back to the way he was prior to the July 7 start of the playoffs, as that curveball misses inside, and the count now 2-0. So Maggs down at first with one down here in the top of the third inning. Dalton Putnam will step off. And now he'll throw over, and Maggs gets back in on the dive. As he stepped off the slab, and before setting himself back on the bump, threw over to first instead, as that fastball driven into center field, drifting back is going to be Colby Ferguson. He'll make the catch in medium range center field. And there's 2 down in the inning. And that'll bring up Jordan Lath. Lath with an infield single on the left side of the infield, his first time up. Folks, don't forget to join us throughout this second round of the American Legion playoffs. Tomorrow we will not be on the air. We're at home at Abbey Yard, so I'll be doing the PA work as that slider taken for a strike. On Saturday, we'll be back here, 6:45 airtime for the 7 o'clock first pitch against Post 82. And we'll know a lot more about this series by that point. So that slider misses outside. The count evens at 1-1. So Jason Maggs on at first as he reached on the fielder's choice, trying to advance Bowman to second. So that fastball lifted high into center field, and it looks like Ferguson's going to bring that one back in with him as he'll make the catch. We've played 2.5 innings. We're scoreless in Shelby. So we'll be back on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. Gaston Auto Glass has proudly served this area for 3 decades, providing superior service with NGA-certified technicians. With 2 locations, Gaston Auto Glass is ready to serve you. Call 704-824-9997 or log on to GastonAutoGlassInc.com. That's 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass, a proud supporter of your Gaston Braves. 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass. Cabinets Unlimited has been a faithful supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball for years. A commitment to quality has been a passionate pursuit for every customer every day. Don't settle for manufacture. Trust the craftsmen of Cabinets Unlimited to make your home look like a winner. Call 704-825-9694 for your estimate today. Again, the number, 704-825-9694. Trust your cabinets to Cabinets Unlimited. And go Braves! And we're back here at Keeter Stadium in Shelby, North Carolina. First game of this second round series between the Gaston Braves and Shelby Post 82. Scoreless as Shell and Putnam have been as good as advertised here in the very early going. The Gaston Braves have scratched 2 hits on the board and have done very little beyond that, as they've had 1 runner get to second base, and that's been it. Post 82 has had a hit. They also, in that inning, put runners on the corners with a walk and a single, but a double play to end the inning was the saving grace for the Braves in that first frame. As that ball bounded out to Lee. Lee gobbles up on the third base side, throws a fastball over to Jonas, and there's 1 down as Caleb Plummer is retired on 1 pitch. These guys are playing this game not like it's the first game of the series, but like it's getaway day, as they're attacking the strike zone, and the batters are obliging by feeling compelled to swing early. Shell will wheel and fire to Will Stites. Stites is going to shoot that ball to the left side. It's going to make its way to the concourse, and there go the kids scrambling for what could be a souvenir, or maybe just a free slushie, which on a night like this is probably just as well. The 0-1, Stites takes the changeup inside. The count draws even at 1-1. Once we get past today, there's a real good opportunity that will be without rain throughout the series, or at least that's what the meteorologists are saying at this point. Curveball catches the outside edge. The count now 1-2. Crowd starting to get a little more boisterous here in Shelby. As you would imagine, many of the folks here partisan to the orange and blue as that ball's ripped into the corner. As Will Stites is going to have himself a single, and it's misplayed by Maggs, and now will scamper over to second. As I would imagine the scoring on that is going to be a single, as Stites had already held up at first. We'll see if they give the error. If they don't give the error, they should, as it was the misplay from Maggs that forced Stites to go to second. I'm going to score it as such. We'll wait on the official scoring here in just a little bit. If they give him a double error, that's a generous call. As that'll bring up Riley Cheek, who walked to lead off the first. So that fastball taken down. And it looks like they're going to give him a double. Stites had clearly put the brakes on rounding first. When Maggs misplayed, he scampered into second. As that ball taken down, and now Bumgarner has to scamper to get it back around home plate. So a one-out double for Stites will have him down at second base. Michelle will now work out of the set position. The 2-0. Change up. That ball roped through the left side. Coming on is Tilley. He'll cut it off, and there'll be runners at the corners. Stites moving up only 90 feet there. That'll be the third hit of the contest for post 82, and that'll bring up Colby Ferguson, as Ferguson got a bunt single over on the third base side where there was some miscommunication between Shell and Bumgarner. I would imagine we're probably not going to see a bunt scenario here, but a bona fide opportunity yet again for Shelby post 82 to get on the board. Shell throws over to first instead as Jonas holds on the runner and Riley Cheek. So Stites down at third, Cheek over at first. So the cloud cover thickening off in the horizon as that fastball taken down. A scenario here to where if you're Colby Ferguson, you'd love to be able to lift something into the deeper reaches of this ballpark to at least get the sacrifice fly. If you're Ethan Shell, you're almost praying for a tailor-made ground ball up the middle. So Shell with the 1-1 count off the ball, bunted foul. It's Ferguson. Step back in the box. The 1-1 pitch, the runner goes, and that's going to be a safety squeeze that's bunted foul. It's kind of surprised me there. I know that Colby Ferguson is very good with handling the bat, but in this early situation, I didn't necessarily think that you would see a bunt scenario coming up. But now, a 1-2 count on Ferguson. We'll see what happens on this delivery. Shell, fastball, fouled straight back. On the move was Riley Cheek, but he'll have to return to first as the ball fouled straight back to the screen. Shelby this evening wearing the white pants with the alternating blue and orange stripe down each leg. The blue jersey with the orange sleeves, with the S curled around the numbers 8 and 2. Very similar to the old Go-Go White Sox as that ball fouled off at home plate, got a piece of Ferguson. The hats, similar to the helmets, have a blue bill, a white quarter panel, a la the Toronto Blue Jays from back in the day, the Montreal Expos, an orange body with the S on the front. Throw over to first, and Cheek gets back in time. Don't know if this is intentional, but possibly paying homage to the last professional team to play here in Shelby as they'll throw over to the first base side. That team, the 1982 Shelby Mets, who played here at this very ballpark. A year later, they would become the Columbia Mets in the South Atlantic League. Shell throws that pitch in the dirt as Cheek goes to second, and he'll steal easily. So he was going on the pitch. He gets himself out of the double play possibility, or at least the ground ball variety of the double play. And the count evens at 2-2 for Ferguson. Runner at second, third. Here with one down, bottom of the third inning. The pitch, fastball misses outside, now it fills up the count. The Shelby Mets, after the 1982 season, lost their franchise. They haven't had pro baseball since. They moved to Columbia, and ironically enough, Columbia made the South Atlantic League Championship as a member as the Columbia Mets. The payoff pitch, that ball lifted into foul ground. Jonas trying to navigate the concave area and can't do it as the ball started drifting toward the USAA sign there in that concave area near the bleachers, and he couldn't come away with the baseball. The 1983 Columbia Mets lost the South Atlantic League title to the Gastonia Expos, J.R. Miners Gastonia Expos. It was the last professional South Atlantic League championship that the city of Gastonia would experience. As that pitch lifted down, and it's going to get into the gap as one run will score. 2 runs will score easily. It's taking a big turn as Colby Ferguson, and it's 2-0. And the crowd enjoying that piece of hitting as Ferguson just took the pitch on the outer third, drove it to right center field. Ferguson with the 2 RBI knock has given Shelby Post 82 a 2-0 lead, and that'll bring up Logan McNeely. So Stites and Cheek score on the line drive to right center, and that'll bring up McNeely. The pitch, curveball, taken down. I can remember being at that South Atlantic League Championship, and when I was thinking about it on the drive over from western Gaston County, I came to the realization that that really was 35 years ago. I was 11 at the time that that series took place in early September. That was the last time that Gastonia would experience significant baseball action professionally in the month of September, as that team would eventually become the Hickory Crawdads after the 1992 season. The 1-1 pitch from Shell will not happen. He'll throw over to first and almost got Colby Ferguson, as Ferguson was leaning out like he was trying to get himself a good lead to steal. But Shell stepped off, hesitated for just a split second, and then threw over to first, and Ferguson was just about caught napping. Shell delivers. Fastball down. Bumgardner the throw to second, not in time, as Ferguson had intent on stealing a bag, and that's exactly what he does, the second steal of the inning for Shelby. And now they've got a runner in scoring position and a 2-1 count for Logan McNeely, who flew out to center his first time up in this contest. McNeely back in the box. Curveball taken for a strike to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Keeter Stadium ballpark does play home to some college baseball games, some neutral site games. You've seen, I think, Wake Forest, Appalachian State, North Carolina all make their way in here. Of course, Gardner-Webb, the nearest Division I team, as that ball's lifted into left center field. Tilley's going to have to drop back, and it's not going to make it, as it's going to get bounded up against the 365 sign, and scoring on the play is going to be Colby Ferguson, and it's 3-0. As McNeely put a charge into that one, he's got himself an RBI double. And Shelby's put a 3 spot on the board, and they have a 3-0 lead on the Bravos. Last time that Ethan Shell was here, he had some trouble against the Shelby club. Shell in that start back on June the 16th went 4 1/3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. He walked 4 and struck out 4. So that'll bring up Luke Sissom. Sissom sends it into right center field, a soft bloop, as that's going to be cut off by Bowman. But there's now going to be runners on the corners with 1 down still. And that'll bring up Ben Ledbetter. It's already 6 hits in the contest for Shelby, and they've had already in this inning 5 of them. And just 1 down in the inning, and Mark King is going to go out and have a conversation with his right-hander. It's the Gaston Braves celebrating after the Tuesday night win, 8-4. And a very similar situation earlier in that Tuesday ball game against Hickory. If game 1 could be summarized simply, the 8-0 score was not indicative of how close that ball game was, as everything hinged on that 5th inning. Jordan Lath would get himself a 2 RBI single to put the Braves on the board, or I think it was a double, a 2 RBI double. And because of that, the Braves had their 2-0 lead in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hickory would have the bases loaded and nobody out. And they ran what I think was a safety squeeze that Dosey Jonas picked out of the air and threw down to third to cut off the runner going back. And then Ethan Shell was able to coax a pop-up in the 5th inning to get out of that frame. And when that happened, the floodgates opened as the Braves scored 3 in the 6th and 3 in the 7th as Ledbetter rolls that ball foul along the left side. Early game situation for Hickory very similar on Tuesday's ball game. And once again, the Braves were able to thwart the threat as that ball fouled back to the screen. The count goes to 0-2. And from that point, the Braves took another knock out of the sails of the Hickory Post 48 club, and they were able to stretch their lead out to 8-4. It's what they would ultimately win by. As I think basically they sort of wore down the pitching of Hickory in that finale to get that 8-4 win. As it stands right now, bottom of the 3rd inning, 3-0, and Shelby looking for more. That pitch misses outside. The count 1-2. For those of you that do not know, we will be back at Abbey Yard tomorrow night, 7 o'clock game. Hope you'll join us there. That game will not be broadcast on the Voice Carolinas network as that ball lifted out to the center field side, and it's not going to be able to be made as the play can't be made by Wesley Hall as that ball had some funny English as it went off the end of the bat for Ledbetter. We'll see how they score it. As if Hall is able to glove it, he would have easily gotten the fielder's choice. But the play took such a strange angle out to Hall. The cue shot spun away from him and bounded over his glove. I think he might have gotten a piece of it. They're going to give him a hit. So that's the 6th hit of the inning, and it's a 4-0 ball game. It's that ball lifted into foul ground. Lee gives chase, but it's going to make its way into the seats. So Ben Ledbetter with an RBI single. It's a 4-run frame for Post 82 so far. And in their mind, they're not yet done as Putnam steps to the plate. Shell, changeup. That ball rolled out to the third base side. Lee goes to second. The relay throw not going to happen as Ledbetter with the slide breaks up the double play effort. Getting down to third is Sism. And with 2 down, that'll bring up Bailey Proctor. We'll have a runner for Proctor, I should say for Putnam, over at first. The runner for Shelby is going to be Tucker Green. Proctor will be the 9th man in the lineup to bat in this inning. So he tried to bunt his way on in the bottom of the 2nd. But Scotty Lee made a phenomenal running grab along the ground to throw in time to first. So that curveball. Soft liner hit out in the center field. Bowman can't make the play. It's going to bound off of his glove. The throw to third is not in time. And it's 5-0. Sism scores. Green saw the misplay by Bowman. And I would imagine the runner at second had held up and stood on top of the bag. He was able to get to third after Bowman misplays it. But I don't think that they're going to give an error on that play either. As Davion Marble will go to first base and run for Proctor. It's an RBI single for Proctor. So he'll go back to the dugout to put his gear on. But Shelby off to the races, leading 5-0. Shell throws over. Caleb Plummer started the inning innocently enough as he grounded to third. And after that point, Shelby rattled off 6 consecutive hits as that ball fouled away for the count to be 0-1. Fastball fouled straight back. Braves this evening wearing the gray pants, as is customary on the road. The blue, the navy blue Braves jersey with the white rings that go up the buttons and around the collar. It's a sleeveless jersey. They've got the red undershirt on tonight with Braves written across the chest, the American Legion logo up around the left collarbone. It's that curveball taken down. Wearing the what used to be Gwinnett Braves style hat with the G wrapped around the tomahawk. The 1-2. Fastball misses high. Bumgarner thought about throwing down to Jonas's marble. The runner at first had wandered off, but thought better of it. An errant throw in that situation would have made it a 6-0 ball game, and Marble would have easily been at third as he has phenomenal speed. Shell delivers that fastball, cut on and missed by Plummer. He strikes out, but not before Shelby Post 82 puts up a 5 spot in the inning on 7 hits. So the Braves have some work to do when we come back in the 4th inning on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. We'll be right back. Cabinets Unlimited has been a faithful supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball for years. A commitment to quality has been a passionate pursuit for every customer every day. Don't settle for manufacture. Trust the craftsmen of Cabinets Unlimited to make your home look like a winner. Call 704-825-9694 for your estimate today. Again, the number, 704-825-9694. Trust your cabinets to Cabinets Unlimited. And go Braves! Your local State Farm agent in Belmont, North Carolina is Chandler Hahn. Chandler knows insurance, and his staff is able and willing to provide you a free quote that will offer you competitive rates as well as peace of mind. Chandler Hahn is genuinely interested in helping life go right. Give him a call at 704-829-3112. That's 704-829-3112. Chandler Hahn, State Farm Insurance, a proud supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball. The number again, 704-829-3112. And we go to the 4th inning here on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. So glad that you could join us this evening. Brian Rushing bringing the action to you here. As Dosey Jonas will lead things off in the 4th inning, as it'll be followed by Tilley and Lee. 3, 4, 5 in the order. I'll get you some major league scores here in just a moment as Jonas waits on the pitch, fouls it straight back. Jonas against this Shelby club in 2 games this year. 4 hits and 8 at-bats, 2 driven in, a double, and a home run on the year as he opened up the season with a long ball, a fastball that he drove deep beyond the left field wall against Putnam. That was the earned run that Putnam allowed. So that fastball is going to get shot to the right field side and misses the John Deere tractor just beyond the fence by mere inches. As the count goes to 0-2. So that curveball, Jonas is going to foul that one back out of play. Speaking of 1983, which we talked about last half inning between the Columbia Mets and the Gastonia Expos, a replay of the 1983 World Series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Baltimore Orioles happening. Now, mind you, not the same Baltimore Orioles club. Phillies lead bottom of the 5th inning, 4-0. Pirates lead the Brewers 1-0 in the top of the 3rd from Pittsburgh. So that fastball misses high. The Blue Jays beating the Red Sox in the bottom of the 2nd, 2-0. Indians, after scoring 19 last night against the Cincinnati Reds, lead 2-0 over the Bronx Bombers. As that fastball is going to hit Dosey Jonas in the keister. As Jonas will go down to first, and that's Smarts. The Nationals leading the Mets 2-1 in the bottom of the 2nd. The Twins and Rays will play at 8:10. The Mariners Angels will conclude their series at 10:07 tonight. Dodgers Padres will play later on this evening. Games that have gone final. Rockies defeat the Diamondbacks 5-1 in Denver. The Astros fall to the A's 6-4. That game played in Houston. As Tilley hit into a 6-4 fielder's choice to end the 1st inning. As that fastball misses high. As for Dalton Putnam, have a 5-run lead after that 5 spot in the 3rd. The last thing you'd want to do is walk or hit anybody. Now granted, this is the heart of the order for the Braves, but solo shots won't hurt you. As that ball hits sharply out to second, it goes over the glove of the second baseman, Plummer, and a phenomenal play by Plummer. As Plummer had a room service ground ball hit to him, it would have been an easy 4-6-3 double play, but it hit the lip of the grass and shot straight up. He did all he could just to get a glove on it. He popped it into the air. Jonas got to second, but he still had the presence of mind to throw to first where Tilly was retired. Jonas is at second, but that's a phenomenally smart play there by Caleb Plummer. And with one down, that'll bring up Scotty Lee. That could have been a disastrous scenario for Shelby, as they were an inch away from having runners at the corners, as Jonas would have easily gotten into third. As Tilly hit it hard, but everybody froze expecting an easy 4-6-3 double play. That ball would have gotten over Plummer's head. It would have rolled into right center field, and it's conceivable that Tilly would have ended up at second. That's a tough bounce for the Braves. Lee from the right-hand batter's box. Curveball misses inside. Count evens at 1 apiece. Post 82 at that 7-hit inning, an inning ago, have 8 hits versus 2 for the Braves. The pitch, Tilly takes it down. The count 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, curveball. Lee rolls it foul down the third base line. That'll take the count even to 2-2. Mike Grayson and the Shelby Post 82 Club, they've got their eye on big prizes this year. They think they can compete at the state level, perhaps regionally. Many teams looking to end their year here. That ball rolled through the left side, and that's going to go high off the glove of the shortstop, Cheek. And it's going to be a 5-1 ball game as Jonas is going to score. Scotty Lee hit the ball hard and was the beneficiary of a hop that got a little high on Cheek. He was able to get a glove on it, but it rolled slowly into left field. Jonas was able to catch his third base coach, Kenneth Paceauer, and he was able to score easily. Now the Bravos are on the board. And that'll bring up Luke Bumgarner. Bumgarner, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Scotty Lee, now 1 for 2 in the contest. Putnam, fastball fouled straight back by Bumgarner. If the Gaston Braves can somehow put a crooked number up, and I'm talking something around 3 runs, they feel like that they've gotten themselves back into the ballgame. And again, you're one bad bounce away from getting the ball past Plummer to where this could have already been a 2-run inning. The pitch driven into center field. Drifting back will be Ferguson. He'll have plenty of room to make the catch. He will. Lee not able to go anywhere, and there's 2 down in the inning. And that'll bring up Ethan Shell. So Ethan Shell will step to the plate with 2 down. Shell grounded to second his first time up. It's the Braves trailing 5-1 here. Curveball, cut on and missed. Shell, the right-handed batter, steps back into the box and waits on the 0-1 delivery from Putnam. Curveball taken outside. The throw is going to be high, and Scotty Lee's going to have himself a stolen base. Ferguson's going to try to cut him off at third, and he can't do it as that throw goes off the chest of Ledbetter, and Scotty Lee makes the stolen base magnified on the errant throw from the catcher, Bailey Proctor. So it'll be a stolen base and an error on the throw that sends Scotty Lee down to third. So Lee down to third. Side curveball to Shell, fouls it off, and Kenneth Paysauer will stop it in the coach's box and return it to Dalton Putnam. 1 ball, 2 strike count for Shell. Ben Bowman, who singled his first time up, is on deck, hoping that Shell can extend the inning. Time is called as Shell steps back out of the box. Putnam, now with Lee down at third, will go out of the windup. Here's the pitch. Slider catches the outside edge. Shell goes down looking. It's the second strikeout for Dalton Putnam. We're halfway through here in Shelby. The Braves get a run back, but they trail 5-1 on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. We'll be right back. Your local State Farm agent in Belmont, North Carolina is Chandler Hahn. Chandler knows insurance, and his staff is able and willing to provide you a free quote that will offer you competitive rates as well as peace of mind. Chandler Hahn is genuinely interested in helping life go right. Give him a call at 704-829-3112. That's 704-829-3112. Chandler Hahn, State Farm Insurance, a proud supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball. The number again, 704-829-3112. McLean Funeral Directors in Belmont are proud to partner with the Gaston Braves. The good people at McLean Funeral Directors provide personalized, professional, and compassionate services to help lighten your burden and support you through the difficult times that follow the loss of a loved one. McLean Funeral Directors, 515 North Central Avenue in Belmont. The number, 704-825-5301. That's 704-825-5301. Bottom of the fourth inning here in Shelby. 5-1 lead for Post 82 in this first, and a best of 5 between Post 82 and the Gaston Braves, as it'll be bottom of the order for Shelby Post 82, Will Stites, who got things going. And I did get some confirmation that Stites actually was credited with a single and an error on the right fielder, so it's not a double. Braves have made 2 defensive miscues this evening versus 1 for Post 82. So that fastball taken for a strike at the knees. So Stites, last time up, drove a fastball over the head of Jonas. Hit it sharply toward the corner. Jason Maggs did a great job getting to the ball, but just as soon as he got it in the glove, mishandled it. And that caused Stites to get down to second. The 1-1 pitch, cut on and missed. Ethan Shell took a lot off of that 1-1 changeup. The count now 1-2. Shell has the sign, the 1-2 pitch. It's taken down to even the count at 2-2. Shell, the 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses in tight just a little bit, and the count runs full. Try to check Twitter here in just a moment to see if I can get some other scores from around the region. And that pitch misses inside, and Stites has himself a leadoff walk. And for Ethan Shell, that's his second free pass allowed this evening, and that'll take us back to the top of the order for Riley Cheek. That pitch misses down for a ball. Cheek this evening has walked and singled. He stole a base also. Scored in that 5-run third. So that ball hits sharply out to Lath. Lath to Hall. Hall the relay to first in time. Just like that, there's 2 down in the inning. That ball was hit on the nose by Riley Cheek, but right at Lath. And once Lath got the ball to Hall and Hall was able to field it cleanly, it was an easy throw to Jonas in time. The 4-6-3 twin killing is the second of the ball game. And that'll bring up Colby Ferguson. Ferguson had a 2 RBI single to get the scoring started for post 82 as that slider is taken down. For the life of me, not seeing any scores on Twitter. I'll try to stay with it throughout the evening as that fastball misses inside. If you happen to see any Area 4 Legion scores, would love to hear from you. You can find me at VC Media Group on Twitter as that ball fouled back to the screen to take the count to 2-1. Or you can send those emails to me, brianrushing.radio@gmail.com. Let me know you're tuning in. I can say hello to you, answer any questions you might have as Ferguson shoots that one back to the screen again, and it runs the count to 2-2. 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 error for post 82. 1 run on 3 hits, 2 errors for the Bravos. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses high. And that'll run the count full. Ferguson 2 for 2 in the ballgame. A bunt single, followed by a sharp single to right center that drove in those 2 runs. So that ball popped up. It's going to make its way into the concourse. If you've been out here to Keeter Stadium since they did all the renovations and the retrofits for the American Legion World Series, you know there is a lot of places to park and a lot of places to hang out if you're not watching baseball. That ball lifted high in the air toward the on-deck circle, and that's going to make its way up onto the awning, the covering here of the grandstand. And it's going to roll back toward the concourse again, keeping the count at 3-2. Large, and I mean large, spinning fans to kind of keep the air circulated through the grandstand here underneath. As I'm very close to those fans, actually. So that curveball catches the inside edge. Colby Ferguson goes down looking. Ethan Shell gets out of the inning with no harm done. We'll go to the 5th, a 5-1 lead for Post 82 on the Voice Carolinas broadcast network. We'll be back in just a moment. Your local State Farm agent in Belmont, North Carolina is Chandler Hahn. Chandler knows insurance, and his staff is able and willing to provide you a free quote that will offer you competitive rates as well as peace of mind. Chandler Hahn is genuinely interested in helping life go right. Give him a call at 704-829-3112. That's 704-829-3112. Chandler Hahn, State Farm Insurance, a proud supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball. The number again, 704-829-3112. Gaston Auto Glass has proudly served this area for 3 decades, providing superior service with NGA-certified technicians. With 2 locations, Gaston Auto Glass is ready to serve you. Call 704-824-9997 or log on to GastonAutoGlassInc.com. That's 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass, a proud supporter of your Gaston Braves. 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass. And we go to the 5th inning as Ben Bowman, 1 for 1 in the ball game, will step to the plate. See some of you out on social media, both Facebook, Twitter, have made their way to the ballpark this evening, taking some photos of what it is that they're seeing. Oftentimes I get here early enough, I don't get to see anybody or at least talk to him as that ball hits sharply out to second, fielded by Plummer. The throw in time to Sism. 1 pitch, 1 down here in the 5th. That'll bring up Jason Maggs, who reached on a fielder's choice. So, of course, now that we're into the postseason, really everything kind of lives and breathes on each series so that we don't have a whole lot to talk about as far as home games are concerned, but I'll get to those here in just a moment. So that pitch misses outside. Dalton Putnam misses there. The 1-0 is going to get fouled off the legs of Maggs to even the count at 1-1. Tomorrow night we'll be at Abbey Yard, a 7 o'clock ball game. That game will not be on the Voice Carolinas broadcast network as I'll be doing the public address duties for that game. We'll be back in Shelby on Saturday. That will be a broadcast game. And then, if necessary, back at Abbey Yard on Sunday. That curveball catches the outside edge, and now it's 1-2. And some of the Belmont partisans here that are supporting the Braves do not like that call on the outside edge. 1-2. Mags will shoot that one foul to keep it at 1-2. And then, if we continue the series into Game 5, it'll be back here in Shelby at Keeter Stadium on Monday night. Of course, all of this weather permitting, which shouldn't have an issue. As that curveball catches the outside edge, Jason Maggs goes down looking. It's the third strikeout for Dalton Putnam, and there's 2 down as we go back to the top of the order for Wesley Hall. Hall's grounded to third and flown out to center, and his 2 appearances at the plate. Hall's going to shoot that one to the right side, out of play toward the food preparation areas. I've never been here for the American Legion World Series, but I would imagine when you get into prime time on most nights here, it's a madhouse. So that fastball misses high to even the count at 1-1. The extent of my American Legion baseball pretty much stops and starts with the Gaston Braves as that ball rolled out to Ledbetter at third. He'll field it in front of the bag, throws across, and gets Hall in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Dalton Putnam. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th as the Braves trail 5-1 on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. We'll be right back. McLean Funeral Directors in Belmont are proud to partner with the Gaston Braves. The good people at McLean Funeral Directors provide personalized, professional, and compassionate services to help lighten your burden and support you through the difficult times that follow the loss of a loved one. McLean Funeral Directors, 515 North Central Avenue in Belmont. The number, 704-825-5301. That's 704-825-5301. Cabinets Unlimited has been a faithful supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball for years. A commitment to quality has been a passionate pursuit for every customer, every day. Don't settle for manufacture. Trust the craftsmen of Cabinets Unlimited to make your home look like a winner. Call 704-825-9694 for your estimate today. Again, the number, 704-825-9694. Trust your cabinets to Cabinets Unlimited. And go Braves! And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Shelby with a 5-1 lead over the Gaston Braves. Folks, don't forget, following tonight's action, we'll have the Gaston Braves postgame show where we'll take an insightful look at tonight's contest. We'll analyze the numbers. We'll give a little bit of chatter about it. Certainly you can interact with us leading up to that broadcast of the Gaston Braves postgame show. Any questions or any comments you might want to make, I will solicit them. And certainly if we can use them on the broadcast, we'll incorporate them into the post-game show, and we'll talk about it. You can find me 2 different ways at VC Media Group on Twitter, and then, of course, Brian Rushing Radio at gmail.com. As Shell delivers a fastball high to Logan McNeely, who had an RBI double his last time up. So that pitch misses high, the count 2-0. And the post-game show really is devoted to making sure that you guys have a vivid recap of what transpired during the course of the game. And anything in addition to that is pretty much up to you. And there's an entire segment of the broadcast. If we have something substantive to talk about from you, the fans, we'll engage. That ball hit back into the screen. Looked like it was an off-speed pitch from Shell, and the count 2-1. And Shell gets the baseball, and he's back to work. Pretty much forces the batter back in the box. The 2-1 changeup evens the count at 2-2. As he had sort of like a little bit of a herc there in his motion. It's just before he gets all the way down, he sort of pauses to throw that changeup. It's that pitch on the inside edge taken for strike 3 as Logan McNeely sits down looking. And with 1 down in the inning, that'll bring up Luke Sissom. It's the 2nd strikeout consecutively for Shell. It's his second strikeout of the ball game. Sism, the left-hander, has hit into a double play, and he'll flare that one out to Hall, and there's 2 down quickly. And that'll bring up Ben Ledbetter. Ledbetter with an RBI single, part of a barrage of with being hit by a curveball between the numbers. So he'll go down to first. And that'll bring up Dalton Putnam. And I guess the most frustrating thing about being hit by a curveball if you're a right-handed batter is the fact that you really can't get out of the way of it. You turn your back like you're instructed to, but you never really know where it's going to hit you. You just know it's coming. It's that fastball taken at the knees. The count evens at 1-1. Putnam, a left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Shell to the belt. Curveball catches the outside edge, and now the count 1-2. So Shell 1 strike out of getting out of the 5th inning. Shell holds, now throws the curveball, and it's fouled back to the screen. Ledbetter being held on by Jonas over at first. The 1-2, that ball hit off the end of the bat. Lath will field it and will fire to Jonas. And that'll retire the side. They leave a runner on. They've left 4 on in the contest, but we'll go to the 6th. Post 82 leads the Braves 5-1. We'll be back in just a moment. Gaston Auto Glass has proudly served this area for 3 decades, providing superior service with NGA certified technicians. With 2 locations, Gaston Auto Glass is ready to serve you. Call 704-824-9997 or log on to GastonAutoGlassInc.com. That's 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass, a proud supporter of your Gaston Braves. 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass. Cabinets Unlimited has been a faithful supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball for years. A commitment to quality has been a passionate pursuit for every customer every day. Don't settle for manufacture. Trust the craftsmen of Cabinets Unlimited to make your home look like a winner. Call 704-825-9694 for your estimate today. Again, the number, 704-825-9694. Trust your cabinets to Cabinets Unlimited. And go Braves! There we go to the 6th inning. As Jordan Lath, Dosey Jonas, and Grant Tilley, 2, 3, 4 in the order, will bat for the Braves as they trail 5-1. And I did not get any more Legion scores as I took a look around Twitter. However, I did see something that to a lot of folks may be even more intriguing. I'll explain here in just a moment. It's the curveball to Lath taken for a strike. Paul Feinbaum, just on Twitter a little bit ago, gave his Final Four prediction for college football. Yes, it seems really premature, but they've been talking about it since basically the middle of January anyway, so they're already in fall practice. As that ball rolled out to the right side, a slow roller, and Lath's going to beat it out. So he's going to have himself his second infield single, as once that ball got past the pitcher, Putnam, Lath with good speed was able to scamper over it, and we talked about this slow infield. I've heard stories about the Wrigley Field infield being really thick and really lush and really favorable to slower defenses. Well, the ball really holds up here on this lush grass, and Lath took advantage there as he got it past Putnam and was able to get the infield single. 4th hit of the ball game for the Bravos. Jonas is going to shoot that one to right field, and that's got something on it, as Jonas is going to have that caught at the track by McNeely. As McNeely had to get on his horse, he caught it at the track in front of the Gardner-Webb sign. And there's one down here in the 6th. That'll bring up Grant Tilley. But Paul Feinbaum, who of course has a radio show, I think he hosted out of Birmingham, Alabama, which is what makes this a little more intriguing, gave his Final Four predictions. And I'll make you wait one more pitch. Grant Tilley will step to the box with one down here in the top of the sixth. Putnam, that ball roped through the left side, and Tilley has himself a knock, the fifth hit of the game for the Braves. And runners at first and second, a little cooking here. And getting into second is Jordan Lath. As I'd already looked down to scratch the numbers down in my book, and that ball got thrown to second because Lath saw the left fielder Stites maybe loafing toward the baseball a little bit. And by the time I look up, Lath is in at third, and Tilley's following him to second. And they're going to give that an error. So it'll be a single by Tilley, an error on the left fielder. And now Scotty Lee with an opportunity to make this game just a little closer, and that ball's going to be a fair ball. One run's going to score. Tilley's going to round third. He's going to score. And Scotty Lee has himself a 2 RBI single, and just like that, the Bravos are back in the game at 5-3. Dalton Putnam has been elevating the baseball a little bit, and the Braves have taken advantage. As that ball just inside the line for Lee, as he got the 2 RBI single, and the Braves are back in business. And that'll bring up Luke Bumgarner. Mike Grayson will go out and have a conversation, and that'll give me plenty of an opportunity to tell you about Paul Feinbaum in this 5-3 contest. The 4 teams that Paul Feinbaum have going to the national title hunt, the Final Four, if you will. The Washington Huskies, Roll Tide, Alabama, the Penn State Nittany Lions, and the Clemson Tigers. And this one's for you, Jonathan Hall, if you're listening. The Clemson Tigers, according to Paul Feinbaum, will win the college football national championship. Much to my dismay, the Kentucky Wildcats are not in that conversation for one of the top 4 teams. I kind of knew that going in, but I was hoping. So Bama, Washington, Penn State, and Clemson, and Paul Feinbaum has them going all the way to the Tigers, and that ball back up the middle. And now the Braves are starting to wear their hitting shoes here in the 6th as Bumgarner laces one back up the middle. Lee gets to second, and the tying run for the Braves is on base, as Caleb Hager will now come on to run for the catcher Luke Bumgarner, as that brings up Ethan Shell. So 4 hits and 5 batters for the Braves. And Hager will now run for Bumgarner. And Shell with an opportunity to help his own cause out and get him off the hook. As that curveball cut on and missed. Shell right now as it stands would be the loser if it holds as it is. However, he has a chance to change that narrative. That ball just foul. So he missed extra bases there by a couple feet. So Lee will return to second. Hager will return to first. The Braves have been out-hit by this post-82 club 8-7. But they've rattled off 4 in the inning. And don't seem to be slowing down right now. The pitch, fastball, misses outside. The count goes to 1-2. Shell waits on the delivery. That ball rolled out toward third. Ledbetter will have one play and one play only, and the throw was high. But Sism gets back on the bag to retire the batter, Shell. So it'll be a 5-3 ground out for the second out of the inning. Scotty Lee goes to third. Caleb Hager goes to second. And that'll bring up Ben Bowman. I want to say hello this evening to Adam Wyndham, who's now following me at VC Media Group. Jonathan Hall, you wanted some runs. You got him as Bowman lifts that ball into center field. Ferguson looks like he'll make that play easily, and he does. But the Braves cut the deficit in half. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth, the 5-3 ball game here on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. We'll be back in just a moment. Cabinets Unlimited has been a faithful supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball for years. A commitment to quality has been a passionate pursuit for every customer every day. Don't settle for manufacture. Trust the craftsmen of Cabinets Unlimited to make your home look like a winner. Call 704-825-9694 for your estimate today. Again, the number, 704-825-9694. Trust your cabinets to Cabinets Unlimited. And go Braves! Your local State Farm agent in Belmont, North Carolina is Chandler Hahn. Chandler knows insurance, and his staff is able and willing to provide you a free quote that will offer you competitive rates as well as peace of mind. Chandler Hahn is genuinely interested in helping life go right. Give him a call at 704-829-3112. That's 704-829-3112. Chandler Hahn, State Farm Insurance, a proud supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball. The number again, 704-829-3112. And we go to the bottom of the sixth inning as Ethan Shell's night has come to a close. Is coming on to pitch will be Jordan Lath. As Lath will take over for Shell. Shell went 5 innings in the ball game. Lath will come on. Now playing second will be Cameron Hilton. And with Shell now having recorded the second out of the sixth inning, Hilton will bat in the 7th spot in the order, so essentially he'll come up 8th in the 7th inning. And if you're a Braves fan, you certainly hope that happens. As Jordan Lath on the mound in relief, making his 6th appearance, all in relief this season. No record on the year, 7 innings pitched. He's allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He's walked 6. Struck out 10. As Bailey Proctor will lead things off for post 82. Both clubs with 2 errors in the contest. The Braves with 3 runs on 7 hits on those 2 errors. Post 82 with 5 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. Lath in relief will throw his first pitch. That curveball popped up. Jonas will give chase, as will Bumgarner, but it'll make its way on top. Logan McNeely now in the bullpen for Shelby, trying to get loose, as he could very well come on for Putnam, as it looked like Putnam lost a little bit of his zip in that last inning. Lath fastball taken down to even the count at 1 apiece. First game of a best-of-5 series between the Braves and Post 82. Braves looking to beat Post 82 for the first time this season, as that ball's lifted into shallow right field. Drifting back is Hilton. He'll make the catch for the first out. That'll bring up Caleb Plummer. Plummer 0 for 2 in the contest. He grounded to third and struck out. But he's played some solid defense for this post 82 club against the Braves. And one of the plays that will be talked about, I'm sure, in this post-game show, if everything holds as it is, will be the play that he made in that 4th inning on the ground ball from Grant Tilley. The Braves scored 1 run in that frame. If he doesn't field that ball on that nasty hop on the edge of the grass, it could have been a considerably different story for the Braves. The 1-1 curveball misses outside. Here's the pitch from Lath. Fastball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Hall's going to call everybody off and make the catch about 4 steps into the outfield. And there's quickly 2 down. And that'll bring up Will Stites. Will Stites has had a productive evening. A single, a run scored, a walk. It's for Ethan Shell this evening. 5 innings, 5 runs, 8 hits. He walked 2, struck out 2. Lath trying to get the Braves back into the dugout. See if they can take their last licks here in the 7th. So that fastball taken for a strike to even the count at 1-1. For the Braves in that 7th inning, it'll be Maggs followed by Hall and Lath. So an opportunity for the Braves to get something cooking. So that pitch misses outside. The count to 2-1. It's been an overcast evening, steamy. Temperatures have remained in the upper 80s and really probably not going to drop much this evening as that ball fouled back to the screen to even the count at 2-2. So I would, and the meteorologists that I saw this morning were talking about will actually have some rain in the area later in the evening, long after you think some of the cooling would have taken effect. So that ball fouled back to the screen to keep it at 2-2. Part of the morning routine. I don't trust just one network weather. I have to see 2. And, of course, they tell a slightly different story, though there was consensus on the rain late this evening. As that ball lifted into right field, drifting back is Maggs. He played him perfectly as Stites put a charge on it, but Maggs was back to retire the side. We go to the 7th. The Braves need 2, as we'll be back on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network in just a moment. Your local State Farm agent in Belmont, North Carolina is Chandler Hahn. Chandler knows insurance, and his staff is able and willing to provide you a free quote that will offer you competitive rates as well as peace of mind. Chandler Hahn is genuinely interested in helping life go right. Give him a call at 704-829-3112. That's 704-829-3112. Chandler Hahn, State Farm Insurance, a proud supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball. The number again, 704-829-3112. McLean Funeral Directors in Belmont are proud to partner with the Gaston Braves. The good people at McLean Funeral Directors provide personalized, professional, and compassionate services to help lighten your burden and support you through the difficult times that follow the loss of a loved one. McLean Funeral Directors, 515 North Central Avenue in Belmont. The number, 704-825-5301. That's 704-825-5301. And we go to the 7th inning. Logan McNeely is on the pitch for post 82. So I'm trying to get an idea who that might be in the outfield now taking the place. Now look at that. That's actually Riley Cheek now. I believe I see out in right field, which is a bit of a surprise. That's exactly what we've got as Dalton Putnam is now at short. So Putnam will now be over at shortstop. Cheek goes from shortstop to right field, and McNeely will complete the triumvirate by being on the mound. As Jason Maggs, 0-for-2 in the contest, will step to the plate here in the 7th. A 5-3 ball game in favor of post 82 as that fastball misses high. And the wind starting to blow just a little bit, starting to straighten out Old Glory in dead center. So that fastball catches the outside edge to even the count at 1 apiece. It's the wind blowing out to center field. It's the curveball cut on and missed, and Maggs falls behind 1-2, and it's starting to pick up. And the way the wind is blowing, it basically is coming out of the mountains, if you will. So that slider taken down to even the count at 2-2. So if you're going on Highway 74 headed up to Forest City and to Hendersonville up in that area. That's basically the way this wind is blowing, right over the top of the grandstand. So that fastball will be slashed into the screen behind home plate. So the Braves have been out hit by post 82, 8-7, but that doesn't matter if they can tie this one up here in the 7th, as that fastball sails down, and now the count fills. And this is an important pitch here. If Mags can find a way to reach with the top of the order up, that's a good sign. Here's the payoff. Fastball misses outside, and Mags draws the walk. That's a good at bat after being behind 0-2. And that'll bring up Wesley Hall, as McNeely walks the first batter that he faces. And now we'll see what happens. I can't imagine this is a bunt situation, as the pitch catches the outside edge for Hall, who is hitless on the evening. 2 ground outs to third and a fly out to center. Slider misses outside. Sism is holding on. Mags over at first. Obviously, you want to keep him close to keep the double play in order. It's post 82 with a 2-run advantage. The Braves only need a bloop and a blast. Well, they got the bloop over at first right now. Can they get the 2-run 7th that they need to keep this one going? So that slider taken down, and now the count's 2-1. When these clubs played each other here on June the 16th, it did go extra frames, a 9-inning affair. The Braves found themselves down at 1.5-2 in the game, but would come back to tie it. As that slider misses down, and now the count's 3-1, and Bailey Proctor is going to go have a little bit of a conversation with his pitcher, Logan McNeely. And a very inauspicious start for the right-hander, as he'll try to settle things in. He'll take his hat off, wipe the sweat off of his brow, and now step back on the mound, knowing that he's got to deliver a strike to Hall, or he started out in a bona fide mess here in the 7th. And he'll step back off again. Not a base-stealing situation here for Mags, even if he had the chutzpah to try it. I have a feeling he would be tethered by the third base coach. And if he tried it behind his back, he would be tarred and feathered, as that slider misses outside. And now Wesley Hall on back-to-back walks will get Mags down to second, and that'll bring up Jordan Lath. So Jordan Lath, who's now pitching, has an opportunity to get Ethan Shell off the hook and get his name possibly as the winner of this contest. Lath has 2 infield singles. He's also flown out to center. He'll square to bunt, takes the pitch for a strike. So Mags down at second, Hall down at first. Mags and Hall the potential tying runs as Lath squares. He attempted the bunt. The throw down to second, and Mags is going to get picked off. As Mags anticipated Lath dropping the bunt, wandered off about 30 feet from second, and Bailey Proctor, as he's done throughout this series of games against these two clubs, has shown his appearance again to be very fruitful. Guns down Mags, and there's 1 down in the inning. That's not good. That curveball cut on and missed, and Lath strikes out swinging, and just like that, there's 2 down for Dosey Jonas. And Jonas now with an opportunity to where he's got to hit the ball out of the yard to tie the game. That is a worst-case scenario for the Braves, and something similar to what they were on the other side of in the first round against Hickory. McNeely, fastball, taken for a strike, and now the crowd that had become somewhat subdued earlier in this inning has now sort of revved the engine back up. Hall takes the lead. Curveball Misses outside. As this inning has turned on a dime in the course of 3 pitches. Jonas hits a laser out to short, and that'll do it. As the catch made by Putnam in a game that takes 1 hour and 36 minutes. The Braves fall 5-3. We'll come back with the Gaston Braves postgame show here in just a moment. Your local State Farm agent in Belmont, North Carolina is Chandler Hahn. Chandler knows insurance, and his staff is able and willing to provide you a free quote that will offer you competitive rates as well as peace of mind. Chandler Hahn is genuinely interested in helping life go right. Give him a call at 704-829-3112. That's 704-829-3112. Chandler Hahn, State Farm Insurance, a proud supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball. The number again, 704-829-3112. Cabinets Unlimited has been a faithful supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball for years. A commitment to quality has been a passionate pursuit for every customer, every day. Don't settle for manufacture. Trust the craftsmen of Cabinets Unlimited to make your home look like a winner. Call 704-825-9694 for your estimate today. Again, the number, 704-825-9694. Trust your cabinets to Cabinets Unlimited. And go Braves! Gaston Auto Glass has proudly served this area for 3 decades, providing superior service with NGA-certified technicians. With 2 locations, Gaston Auto Glass is ready to serve you. Call 704-824-9997 or log on to GastonAutoGlassInc.com. That's 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass, a proud supporter of your Gaston Braves. 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass. McLean Funeral Directors in Belmont are proud to partner with the Gaston Braves. The good people at McLean Funeral Directors provide personalized, professional, and compassionate services to help lighten your burden and support you through the difficult times that follow the loss of a loved one. McLean Funeral Directors, 515 North Central Avenue in Belmont. The number, 704-825-5301. That's 704-825-5301. Back here at Keeter Stadium in Shelby, first game of the best-of-5 series here in the second round Area 4 American Legion playoffs between Shelby Post 82 and your Gaston Braves, a final 5-3 win for Shelby as the Braves had their opportunities in the 7th inning, a heartbreaking inning, very similar to where the Gaston Braves on 2 occasions in the series against Hickory earlier in the week were the beneficiaries of some help on the base paths. Well, the exact opposite happens here. They're the victim of some issues on the base paths that the Shelby Post 82 club were able to take advantage of this evening, as both Jason Maggs and Wesley Hall were able to reach base with a walk. You've got runners at first and second up with Jordan Lath, Dosey Jonas, and Grant Tilley stepping up to the plate in the top of the 7th inning. And Jordan Lath, with an 0-1 count on him, decides to try to bunt the baseball to the right side. He misses it. Maggs anticipates him laying the ball down, and Maggs was caught off at second base. The throw in time to cut down Maggs. Lath would then later strike out in the at-bat. And then Dosey Jonas hit an absolute seed out to shortstop that Dalton Putnam was able to snare out of the air to retire the side and wrap up this ball game as Shelby Post 82 wins 5-3 this evening. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the important numbers. And when we come back on the other side of the timeout, we'll take a look at some of your tweets and emails if they come in. And we'll take a look at some of the individual stats as well. In a game that took 1 hour and 36 minutes, Post 82 had 5 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. They left 4 on. The Bravos had 3 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors. They left 6 on in the contest, as getting the win was Dalton Putnam. Ethan Shell took the loss this evening to take his record to 2-2 on the year. And then you had McNeely to pick up the save. Logan McNeely had a bit of a rough start in that 7th inning, but he was able to nail down the save for Post 82 in this contest. When we come back on the other side of the break, We'll take a look at some of the individual numbers. We'll get you set up for tomorrow night, and if we get anything from a social media standpoint, we'll be happy to send it your way. As we'll be back in 2 minutes on the Gaston Braves postgame show. We'll be right back. Your local State Farm agent in Belmont, North Carolina is Chandler Hahn. Chandler knows insurance, and his staff is able and willing to provide you a free quote that will offer you competitive rates as well as peace of mind. Chandler Hahn is genuinely interested in helping life go right. Give him a call at 704-829-3112. That's 704-829-3112. Chandler Hahn, State Farm Insurance, a proud supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball. The number again, 704-829-3112. Cabinets Unlimited has been a faithful supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball for years. A commitment to quality has been a passionate pursuit for every customer every day. Don't settle for manufacture. Trust the craftsmen of Cabinets Unlimited to make your home look like a winner. Call 704-825-9694 for your estimate today. Again, the number, 704-825-9694. Trust your cabinets to Cabinets Unlimited. And go Braves! Gaston Auto Glass has proudly served this area for 3 decades, providing superior service with NGA-certified technicians. With 2 locations, Gaston Auto Glass is ready to serve you. Call 704-824-9997 or log on to GastonAutoGlassInc.com. That's 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass, a proud supporter of your Gaston Braves. 704-824-9997. Gaston Auto Glass. McLean Funeral Directors in Belmont are proud to partner with the Gaston Braves. The good people at McLean Funeral Directors provide personalized, professional, and compassionate services to help lighten your burden and support you through the difficult times that follow the loss of a loved one. McLean Funeral Directors, 515 North Central Avenue in Belmont. The number, 704-825-5301. That's 704-825-5301. Back here at Keeter Stadium, a 5-3 win for Post 82 gives them the 1-0 advantage. We're back at Abbey Yard tomorrow for a 7 o'clock start. Game 2, as it will not be a broadcast network game on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. If you take a look at this contest, we talked about the 7th inning in the last segment. Really what made the difference for Shelby, they got all their runs in a 5-run third inning, as they would put 10 men at the plate. They would get 7 hits in the inning, as it was a circumstance to where it started innocently enough as Caleb Plummer would ground out to third. And then you had a single and an error from Will Stites, who would later score. You had the 9, 1, 2, 3, and 4 spots in the order all score because they wrapped out 6 consecutive hits. As Stites singled, Cheek singled, he would steal a base. Ferguson would single, drive in 2 runs. McNeely would double, he would drive in a run. Then you had Sism single, and then you had an RBI single from Ledbetter. And the 7th hit came from Bailey Proctor in the inning, and that wrapped the scoring as he would get an RBI knock to make it a 5-0 ball game at the time. And that was really it. You take a look at Ethan Shell's work this evening, and it was all encapsulated in that third inning to where he just started finding the middle of the plate in Post 82, a good enough team to take advantage. They were able to drive the ball around the ballpark, and before you knew it, you blinked and it was 3-0, and it would end up being 5-0. The Braves would tack on a run in the 4th, get 2 more in the 6th to make it a 5-3 ball game. But that's exactly where we finish up. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the individual numbers this evening. For the Gaston Braves, Wesley Hall was 0 for 3 with a walk this evening. Jordan Lath 2 for 4 with a run scored. Dosey Jonas 0 for 3 with a run scored. Grant Tilley 1 for 3 with a run scored. Scotty Lee 2 for 3 in the ball game. He had 2 RBI in the contest. Luke Bumgarner 1 for 3 in the game. Ethan Shell 0 for 3 in the contest. And then Ben Bowman was 1 for 3. Jason Maggs 0 for 2 with a walk in the ball game. Ethan Shell did take the loss this evening, went 5 innings, gave up 8 hits, 5 runs. He walked 2 and struck out 2. As Jordan Lath would pitch the 6th inning, it was a clean sheet in the 6th inning for Lath as he would retire the bottom third of the order in order to take us to that 7th inning where the Braves fell 5-3. As it looks like we've got some rain coming. We'll take one final break here on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. Take a look at some of the individual numbers for Post 82. and then we'll set you up for tomorrow night, as the Braves will need to win to even the series and bring it back here even to Shelby on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. We'll be right back. Cabinets Unlimited has been a faithful supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball for years. A commitment to quality has been a passionate pursuit for every customer every day. Don't settle for manufacture. Trust the craftsmen of Cabinets Unlimited to make your home look like a winner. Call 704-825-9694 for your estimate today. Again, the number, 704-825-9694. Trust your cabinets to Cabinets Unlimited. And go Braves! Your local State Farm agent in Belmont, North Carolina is Chandler Hahn. Chandler knows insurance, and his staff is able and willing to provide you a free quote that will offer you competitive rates as well as peace of mind. Chandler Hahn is genuinely interested in helping life go right. Give him a call at 704-829-3112. That's 704-829-3112. Chandler Hahn, State Farm Insurance, a proud supporter of Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball. The number again, 704-829-3112. Back here for the final segment of the Gaston Braves postgame show. Brian Rushing here with you. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the individual numbers for post 82. Here in this 5-3 win, Riley Cheek was 1 for 2 in the contest with a run scored. Colby Ferguson was 2 for 3 with a run scored and 2 driven in. Logan McNeely 1 for 3 with a run scored and a run driven in. Luke Sissom 1 for 3 with a run scored. Ben Ledbetter was 1 for 2 with a run driven in. Dalton Putnam was 0 for 3 in the contest. Bailey Proctor 1 for 3 with an RBI. Caleb Plummer was 0 for 3 in the contest. And Will Stites 1 for 2 with a run scored in the game. As Dalton Putnam would get the win, he would go 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs. He walked 1 and struck out 3, as Logan McNeely would get the save for post 82, as they now go to 4-0 in this 2018 postseason. But they have the 1-0 lead against the Gaston Braves. Tomorrow will be at Abbey Yard, 7 o'clock start. It will not be a broadcast on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. You'll have to be there to see what goes down, as the Gaston Braves will try to even this series at 1-1 against Shelby post 82. As we say goodbye this evening, don't forget the rest of the way. The next broadcast on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network will be Saturday, 6:45, here at Keeter Stadium, the home of the American Legion World Series, as the Braves will know more after tomorrow, but they'll be in a situation taking on Shelby post 82. We'll bring all the action to you on Saturday night. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until tomorrow from Abbey Yard, and then until we're back here on Saturday at Keeter Stadium, this is Brian Rushing signing off, hoping that you all have a fantastic evening, as we'll see you next time on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. Good night, everybody. Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network has been proudly brought to you by American Legion Post 144 and 266, McLean Funeral Directors in Belmont, Chandler Hahn State Farm Insurance, Gaston Auto Glass, and Cabinets Unlimited. We hope that you'll join us next time for Gaston Braves American Legion Baseball on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network.